People, I'm reading this just because I need some fun and I need some laughter and in honor of Kingdom Hearts. You don't have to be here. You could do a lot of things you could be doing. Yes, you could be freestyling. You could be Rocky Mountain climbing. You could free falling, go 2.7 seconds on a full length Fu Manchu. You can go on and live your life. Live like you were dying. Thank you. You're welcome. Anyway, you guys are gonna sit here and just watch me suffer, aren't you? Fine. I suppose you guys need some little bit of entertainment until we get to Beauty and the Beast, back to Beauty and the Beast tomorrow. So here it is, Chapter 5, Falling in Love with You. It was time to leave. Well, I guess the fate decided to end early. Bye. Okay, I can't do that to you. Ariel and Melody changed into their mermaid forms. Well, my mind immediately went to Sojo, I don't know why. And then everyone began to move in the water. Eric and Samuel swallowed the pills they were getting, began their bodies began to feel different. Suddenly they spread gills on their necks and blade fins on their arms and legs. Oh, please, God, tell me they're going to turn into badass Zoras. Or even have weapons on their arms, please, please, please. Finally, they reached the deep water, but Eric and Samuel were holding their breath until the lady told them to just breathe. Eric and Samuel thought it was amazing they could now breathe and talk underwater. Said Eric. I feel like Sebastian and Flounder rolled their eyes at their typical behavior. What? Well, Trixie's wondering why they're going to be doing that when nobody else in this whole entire fic, when they were underwater, is going to be doing that. Creative license. I'll stop. Although, I just now thought of something. Gills explained the whole entire being able to breathe underwater, but how do fish people keep the water from getting into their eyes? Mermaid magic. Attica led everyone on a long way to a single boulder-shaped wedge in the mud on the seafloor. It seemed to be protected by an invisible barrier. Tink! Tink! Which Attica dispelled by using a magical stone on her. This leads to our secret sanctuary. I just beat Kingdom Hearts. Don't make me think of what I could be doing. You must tell no one about this. Any of you. Everyone agreed, though Samuel felt slightly nervous. Attica pulled back to rock, and everyone followed her down the long tunnel and emerged in a beautiful subterranean city, like an ocean under the ocean. Yo, dude, I heard you like oceans. Well, cried Samuel. The place was shiny. All shiny. And beautiful like diamonds in the rough. Again, why go after Little Mermaid when you could also be going after Aladdin? Sebastian and Flounder had never seen any place like this before. That's me! I must be dreaming, Mom! Exclaimed Sebastian. Just then, another mermaid swam up to everyone. One who looked exactly like Melody. Attica! Mom! Over here! Attica called. Mother and daughter shared a warm hug. Yes! Yes! What? Incest lesbian action is the only thing that's going to keep me awake at night. And the mother bowed to the royal family and guests. I'm Attica, Mother Marine. I serve as the main gatekeeper. We would have soldiers, but they're all busy boozing it up or trying to convince Aquaman to get over here. Ariel tried to introduce herself, but Marine already knew who she was and most of her party. Buddy. It was Samuel. It was a stranger to her, but Melody explained the circumstances. You knew him for all of 2 minutes and you're taking him with you. Well, sounds long enough for a form of a relationship. Marion explained it would be up to King Triton to ultimately decide. May we see my father, please? Ariel asked. Marine nodded and told everyone to follow her. As everyone swam deeper through the sea, Melody couldn't help but wonder why Attica and Marine looked so familiar. They're the ones in the locket. Other than the fact they resembled her in appearance, they're the ones in the locket. She remembered Attica's locket and how they both looked just like Marina and Atlanta. But that couldn't be possible because they were humans in the photo and they were mermaids, even though they had changed into mermaid forms in this scene, and they were given special pills that allowed the men to change into there. But unfortunately, in order for any Mikan plot to work, you must remember one special rule. You must be an idiot. If you think for 5 seconds on any of Mikan's plot points, and I mean any of them, his plots fall apart. Hell, Mikan even admits he doesn't like the idea of you people thinking. He already thinks all you readers are idiots. So remember, the best way to enjoy a Mikan fic is to don't think. Oh. Do you think that this means that we would be enjoying this better if we were stupid? You're right, Drex. Let's test that theory. Note. We would play the audio of martial art freak user banging his head and bashing his head outside the skull of a king repeatedly until he became stupid. But unfortunately, the sound effects budget refuses to work on something so horrifying, so instead, we're going to play about 5 seconds of a scene of kittens playing. You right, Melody? Asked it louder. Melody shook out of her trance. I'm okay, she said. Soon they arrived at what had to be largest shelter house in city, wherein King Triton was right there. Ariel, Daddy, the two collided together in a huge hug. I never thought I'd see you again. I missed you so much, cried Triton. Then Melody came over and hugged him. Oh, look! He forgot to make a new paragraph with a brand new speaker. That was very clever. I like it when this author's clever. Bravo! Clever author, clever author. Ha 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 ha. My beautiful Melody. The others thought this was the most beautiful thing they could witness. Ellipses. Wow, look at him using ellipses. He are good writer, because he used ellipses when his grammatical checker told him to. Even though sometimes the grammar checker can be wrong, and sometimes you need to use your own opinion. But still, good job using the ellipses, Mikan. Clap, clap, yay. Triton was glad to see Eric, Father, Sebastian too. But who is this? He asked. Melody slammed over towards Samuel and introduced him to her grandfather, and she explained the situation. Attica vowed and said she helped to save her life too. Triton could see no harm in such bravery and extended his hand to greet the boy. But once again, Samuel was bowing. Okay, Trixie's going to help you out here. Let's see, where's that particular press point? Oh, thanks, Trixie. For a minute there, I thought this fic was good. So hard, such bravery, and extended his hand to greet the boy. Once again, ellipses, Samuel was bowing. Forgive me, he said, ellipses, but I can't believe I'm being King Triton of all of the Mer people. Melody asserted that her grandfather was the most welcoming towards humans who allied those of his kind. Yeah, I can so see that in the previous movie. But hey, he's lighting up in the sequel. Samuel felt honored to be here, ellipses, but he also felt secretly upset for something else concerning. What? I'm just looking at that ellipses. Mikan said that his grammar checker, yes, would say that this sentence is ingrammatically correct. Yeah, so I'm going to get my Microsoft Word here. I need to test something for a sec.
Okay, so I just put that last sentence. The Samuel felt honored to be here, but he also secretly felt upset for something else concerning. And let you know, the three spell checkers I put it on all pointed out to the same thing, that you could actually replace those ellipses with a comma, and it would be grammarly right. As a matter of fact, the only problem that one of them solved with that sentence when I put in a comma in ellipses was upset for the word for, where I just easily replaced the word for with about. Which, confidentially, Samuel felt honored to be here, but also felt secretly upset about something else concerning. Makes the sentence feel much more palatable. The third grammar checker I put this under had problems with the two words to be, where again, I could have easily changed it to felt honored to be in Triton's presence, or felt honored to stand in Triton's presence, which makes sense. To be is passive. But all you need to do to fix that is to simply put in to stand in front of him. Boom, you made it less passive. The other one, its only problem was the word concerning, which makes sense because that word needs something else entirely. Wow, it's almost like grammar checkers can be wrong, especially if you put it in the wrong program. It's almost like when I had my Microsoft Word changed to a college degree system, it told me that simple sentences that didn't need to be fixed were wrong, and I had to fix it. It's almost like all you need to do to stop using the freaking ellipses is as if you modify your grammar checker and go in and put into different types of filters and different types of ways that you want to say. It's so easy. Just go to Tools, Grammar Check, and Modifications and Options. Wow. So what you're saying is, if anybody believes him about his whole entire spiel about how his grammar checker is his problem, don't blame me. It's all entirely bollocks! And you really, really shouldn't be believing him, as he is trying to make an excuse by saying that. When anybody who's ever written anything in existence knows that sometimes it's best to look at different grammar checkers and understand different rules of language, because there are many, many different rules. This has been Basic English 101. And since I know that there are Canadians out there, please, Mikan, stop insulting the Canadian school system. They're way better than you are. Triton, Marine, and Attica gave everyone a tour of the city. It was a private sanctuary Triton had built ages ago in times of war. All the people from Atlantica and other sea kingdoms lived there in shelter. Well, except for Atlantis East and Atlantis West. You really think that a bunch of Sentai mooks could match up with Namor, or a bunch of pathetic little Sentai wannabes could actually match up with anything resembling Aquaman? Ha! No, sir. Doesn't work. But I'll be safe here from Count Aquas, said Marine. Everyone's eyes twitched. Mine is too, but for different reasons. Who's Count Aquas? Either a Master Orc knockoff or a Count Logan ripoff. You take your pick. A very powerful sea mutant, replied Marine, who has an utmost hatred for the sea and all its inhabitants and longs to cause pain and suffering for us all. Considering the fact that the sea composes 70% of the world, he's gonna have a long time. The others had their answers who was causing all this. Triton explained he knew of Count Aquas for some time, but never told anyone for fear of worrying them. Wow, you suck. Thousands of years ago, there was a great war in the oceans. Count Aquas had led the greatest rebellion against the undersea races. Why? He and his army of followers spread chaos and destruction wherever they went. Why? Anyone who stood up to him ended up dead. Yeah, that kind of happens in war, but why? Triton's ancestors fought bravely and valiantly with all their effort, but Count Aquas proved to be much stronger and indefinitely swifter than undersea magic ellipses. An entire army of lancers couldn't stand up against him. The bowcasters and such, never mind. Fools, ellipses. I have more power in my finger than you and your entire bodies. The war lasted for decades. Finally, there was hope when the gods all came together during the alignment of planets. Excuse me 1 second. Again with the alignment of planets. Why do you keep doing this to me, fiction? Why? And we're able to harness enough power to destroy him, ellipses. And all that was left of the cursed madman was a bubbly black ooze. TCRI. The undersea races spent years searching for every last bit of ooze there was and destroyed it, so that Aquas would never return and peace would reign for some time. Ellipses. Ellipses. And now he has returned, said Triton. There's no telling what he's capable of. Even I can't stop him now. I tried. And you suck. Seriously, you suck in comparison to Poseidon. But then again, that was Daddy, there's you. Was more powerful than he was all those centuries ago. That was very frightening to know. I'm so scared. But it was safe to also know that the sanctuary where they all are will not yet know to Count Aquas or any of his other henchmen. We'll be safe here for some time, ellipses. At least until we find out what Aquas wants. But then, we can find a way to stop him. You guys are going to do jack shit. You're just going to wait for something to hit you. In the meantime, ellipses, everyone knew it was base to stay in Sanctuary. Who knows what dastardly things Count Aquas was plotting now, even as he spoke. Yes, like frighten people or hurt them. Oh, I know you said that he killed people in the past, but that was the past. We haven't had any on-screen deaths in a while, and don't try to say that since this is a Disney movie there would be none. Trust me, there are. I should know. In his castle in the Dark Sea, Count Aquas began doing some calculations. Let's see. Divided by 3, carry to 4. Ah, sweet, I should be able to make my taxes this year. Constantly studying the most of the planets. And the most of the wires. I should have known. He is one of those guys who believes this is the most of the ocean. It won't be for long now, he thought to himself. Soon Captain Marvel will come out, and I can watch it. Just then, the generals came in, and explained that they had seen Samuel go in along with the royal family. The Count grinned wire, and was sniggering more sinisterly than ever. So, that's where they hide, he hissed. And what of the girl? Z's with them as well, said Electrician. But what are we going to do? Asked Angelicon. We can't penetrate the force field. We tried. We had a giant drill. We got bombs. We won't have to, said Aquas. Galvstrong slammed to a private chamber, where immense energies were glowing and pulsating. I think it's time to give our surface agent his final mission. It placed himself into a meditative state, concentrating hard. What's he doing? How should I know? Ah, see, even the villains are starting to get confused by this type of thing. Night had fallen soon, and the inhabitants. Okay, will somebody please explain to me how Spellchecker can miss that? I mean, okay, so right now I'm supposed to blame the Spellchecker for inhabitants with a C, and for grammar errors. Really? Samuel was given a special head of his own near trains, where Melody and her family would be staying. Oh, sweet, dude! Now you have a chance to spy on her. Melody stopped by to make out. I mean, see how he was making out. Are you okay? She asked. Samuel was fine, but he was almost too excited to sleep. Here he was underwater, with real mer people, and yet everyone seemed so friendly down here. See, I told you you could be part of other worlds. Samuel smiled, and now believed her more than he did before. Thank you for all for doing for me. Why shouldn't I? Says Melody. You're not like other people I met outside my royal life. Well, except for maybe Aladdin's son. You're ellipses, honest ellipses, kind ellipses, and ellipses, maybe even a little sweet. Seriously, commas, commas. There's a little button right there next to the M. Use them. Samuel blushed. Also felt a little sick to his stomach out of his guilt. I, ellipses, had never been called any of those things before, he said. All I was ever called was rotten. Horrible things because people were prejudiced against me just because I was an orphan. I mean, it's not like I was a turkey or something. Ellie told him to forget it. She didn't care about all those things. She didn't care that she was a princess and he was a commoner, and a very poor one like that. Aren't most commoners poor? Seriously, the stupidity in this is making him reach BSLD levels. Nothing makes any difference. It's who you feel you want to be that counts. She held his hand to the other hand, so they were so different in many ways. Yeah, you look so different. Reminds again. Samuel never knows how beautiful her eyes looked in the water. Wow, she's really beautiful, he thought. Oh my, Melody said in her mind, as she was blushing badly. What's happening to me? What do I do? Kill him! She was suddenly saved as she heard her mother calling. Melody, it's past your bedtime. Come back. You better go, Samuel said. I'll be all right here. Okay, good night. So, guys, what else are we gonna be doing while under here? Are we gonna go home after a few days? Are we gonna stay here for work on rebellion? You forget. This is Mikey we're talking about. We're gonna be sitting here on our butts, waiting for something to hit us. Right. And of course, you'll note in the comments of the last video, Micah did not deny that was his hero's main strategy. To sit there, look around, and hope and pray that something will happen to them. Because, good golly, they just do not do anything on their own. They hope and pray that some mystical gift from above helps them. Because gods do everything for you. Remember, folks, don't do anything on your own. The gods must help save your ass. As for Melody, as her parents and grandfather helped her get ready for bed, she couldn't help but tease her some more. You don't think we didn't see you kiss him on the cheek, did you? Asked Eric. Melody felt embarrassed. Is it that obvious? She asked. Triton was proud of Melody, and her mother explained it was okay. Is this part of growing up, sweetie? There's nothing to be embarrassed about. Your father and I know what it's like to quickly fall in love. I mean, huge. I was mute the entire time. And according to the original story, Eric was an asshole. This is why I prefer the Disney version, people. Nellie felt embarrassed. Eric nodded. And at first I thought your mother was a commoner. Been a nasty shock for me when I found out the truth. You didn't even really care when you were falling in love with her. You were spending time, you were caring for her, you were actually enjoying being with her. Hell, the only problem that you started having was when Ursula decided to mess with you. His wife playfully nudged him, decided to let go for the night. Melody needed sleep. They all left her and went to bed themselves, but poor Melody had a hard time at first. Is this what it's like to fall in love with so fast? Yes. Meanwhile, back at the motel, Samuel was trying to sleep, but his head was aching and he tossed and turned. But it was no natural act. It was a warning. And then, a hollow image of Count Aquas appeared in his room, right by his bed. Whip! Hi! Don't tell me you actually have feelings with the... Oh, God. You people know the cliche, right? Do I even have to read this next paragraph? You people are actually frying the lines in your head. Don't tell me you actually have feelings for the girl. What business is of me? It's yours. You are my servant. Everything is my business when it comes to you. You know what you are sent here for. You know what you must do. Bring the girl to me. I don't know how. Just do it. I would say that sentence is copied from a movie, but I've seen several bad kids films use this line. I will obey. Augustin died, and then he was faded, leaving poor Samuel feeling more guilty and remorseful than ever. Melody. Chapter 6. Do I trust you? Nope. The plans were falling in alignment. In the meantime, Count Aqua sent his minions to cause more chaos and fear, by wrecking more underwater cities and tormenting more creatures and merpeople. Once again, how terrifying. I am so scared for the innocent people that are suffering as we speak. I hope nothing bad may happen to these innocent people, as I have to sit and watch them suffer so sadly as they're tormented. The sea mutants gathered great numbers, and the two generals seemed to have most fun out of anyone. Hooray! Angelicon made spending fortresses? Underwater twisters. So strong that there were tornadoes under the water. That's what they did. Freaking. But just as violent and destructive as the kinds that are on land. So whirlpools then. Many creatures rose up to defend their rights and freedom. Even those that were already big bad bullies, like the big white shark. Hey! Hey! This is insulting! I'm going to get my representative for White Sharks on the line, and he's going to talk about how he's felt about this. Bruce? Hello, I'm Bruce. I just want to say that this is insulting. Not all of us White Sharks are completely monstrous. I am a nice shark, not a mindless killing machine. Thank you, Bruce. Growled angrily as he lunged at the electrician, but the evil general just stood there, not even flinching. Waited until the last moment he extended his fixed blades, and really the creature. Really? Sir! That's just wrong! And swam away like a coward. You have no idea how big white sharks work, do you? Latressa just laughed and teased the big brute. Halt! Right there, you little jerks! I am Peter Man and I... Nobody likes you, Peter. Then he noticed that Angelica was still in her worried frame of mind. Are you still worrying about what you saw in the Count's chamber? Angelica's silence was still enough to answer. This doesn't make sense. I know for a fact I saw him with human legs. Something's going on, and I want to know what it is. Tristan rolled his eyes. I think you really flip your wig. Angelica hated when people said things like that about her. She whacked him on the head with her staff before swimming off in a huff. Whoa, hey, groaned Tristan. Angelica, wait. I was just kidding. On land, a mother and a son were walking through the market in Eric's kingdom. The son dropped his ball and rolled away. It was stopped by a tall man with dark hair, who politely gave the ball back to the boy. Finally, I was wondering when Organization 13 was going to show up. They've been playing this game for hours now, and they keep talking about him, and he just didn't show up. Oh, wait a sec. Where was Organization 13 on Atlantica? They weren't about to do any singing. Oh. Say thank you, dear, said his mother. The boy thanked the man, and the man nodded at him. The boy also went out saying, Have you heard? The planets are going to line up, Ellipses, in only a few more days. And the ocean was going to become really strong. Moon! That is why you get waves! Thank you for being an affront to science. I am so glad that you decided to ignore every single bit of science. Really? The man asked, sounding aside. I can't wait. The mother then gazed at the man. Is something the matter? Okay, guys, I'm right now cleaning my glasses, so right now I can barely see the words, but I'm going to try and tell you what I'm saying. So sad, I am like someone that's better. Someone I saw around here when I was a little girl. She merely dismissed it and said their goodbyes. That was when the man began to look sinister as he turned and gazed out to the ocean. He clenched his face angrily and clutched a familiar-looking locket around his neck with his other fist. I agree. The ocean will get rough indeed. He walked down to Samuel's cave and halted the wire and transformed into Count Aquas. Mm. Mm, mm, mm. Seriously, it's starting to sound like he's having way too much fun in that water. A few days passed and nobody had any leads. So is Eric going to go home for the kingdom? Just going to leave your advisors to rule it alone, huh? Okay. Samuel is really fitting in well with the Mer children. He even played with Melody and Attica too, all under the watchful eye of Melody's folks, and Marine. All of them were amazed at how well Samuel was fitting in, despite being a human. Then Ariel, Eric, and even Triton happened upon the same idea. Melody and Samuel decided some time together. Yes, folks. The entire ocean is under attack. Thousands of people could be terrorized, tormented. I'm not going to say die because Jeff seems to be taking a holiday in this fic. The world could be in danger. But, hey, let's pair Melody and Samuel up, huh? Brilliant. Why do I have a feeling if you guys were watching that Titanic being destroyed, you would be busy partying it up with the Scottish Terrier. Sebastian, yes, your majesty. I want someone to watch over Melody and Samuel while they have their time together. I don't want any hanky-panky. I don't want to be a great-grandfather yet. Spencer had a feeling he knew what was coming next. He thought he'd be delighted to watch him. For all the times I do this, you think I was a nanny? He muttered under his breath. Spencer laughed and decided to come and keep Sebastian company. Eric also knows something about Marine. Is something wrong? Is something wrong? She asked. Yes, answered Eric. You seem, ellipses, familiar. Ariel gazed at Marine too. Come to think of it, both you and your daughter too. Have you ever been on land before? Like that locket? That's over there. Then you have to be a complete dipshit not to figure out. Seriously, is anybody going to be surprised by the twists in the story? Anyone? Anyone at all? I will. That is, no. I completely know the twist. There. I don't know, she said while touching her head. All I remember is these past few years I spent under the sea with my daughter. I don't even remember who her father is, or where he came from. Attica was talking about the exact same thing with Melody and Samuel. So, you don't remember where you came from? Asked Samuel. Attica shook her head and held up her locket. My mother and I were only found with this. But we don't understand what it means. It means that you have very poor eyesight. The pictures look like us, but we can't understand it. We were both born retired, by the way. Samuel got a good look at the faded picture, and both Marine and Attica looked exactly like the two ladies. But it was a faded picture of the man in the darkness that baffled him. That side of the picture was the blurriest of it all, and the locket itself. Remember, Rushlight for Easer, what Mikey Dolly said. Oh yes. I don't like keeping my audience in suspense. I like laying it all on the table. I don't like twists. I don't like mysteries. I want it to be obvious. Everybody should know. I am basically taking every single rule you ever knew about good writing and fucking it up the ass. Soon, Ariel called Melody home for dinner, and Samuel was invited to join him for the night. Still, as he thought, Marie and Attica could possibly be the two ladies in the picture. Melody remembered what Grizzly said about how old the locket and photo were. Marie and Attica had not aged in 30 years for it to be plausible. But, was it? Yes, it was. Attica could stare at the picture of her locket and still couldn't figure it out. Samuel certainly liked eating balanced meals, and who knew underwater cooking could taste so wonderful? Yeah, we have seaweed, and more seaweed. Okay. Well, I can imagine probably be some underwater foods or stuff like that. The drinks almost confused him as to how the liquid wasn't washed away by the water. Oh God, the SpongeBob seeds are playing in your head. Yes! They're all good! They're all awesome. Although the simple answer would be just put in cups with little lids and straws. But why use straws? There was only one meat bottle left. Wait a moment! What? Wait a sec. One meatball left? Okay. The fish can talk in this world. The fish obviously have sentience. They have intelligence. And are friends / servants to the merfolk. What the lovely earth is that meatball made out of? A sea cow? Oh my God. Yeah, Trix. A sea cow. This can only mean they found a manatee who was enjoying his day, was probably enjoying his life, when suddenly this merman found him, and the sea cow was like, my word, what a helpful merman. I'm so happy to see you. Yeah. George, would you mind following me down to the butcher shop? Why, sir, my dear friend. So, the manatee, who I remind you is an endangered species, follows the merman down to the cave where the butcher shop is led to a table. His fins and tail are chained to the table. My woodman, why are you chaining me to this table? Oh, shake, shake, shake. We're about to carve you up for dinner. Oh, I see. Carve you up for dinner. What? This whole still and think of England. Ah! And slowly that poor manatee is gutted and filleted like a fish. Oh, that is horrifying. Excuse me. Yes, Strawman. Why are you letting SpongeBob get away with that? 1. SpongeBob is silly. 2. We have seen sea bears in SpongeBob, so that means the sea cows are not sentient. Oh, sir, we see octopi that are sentient, but we do not see if sea cows are sentient and talking. We see normal fish, but we don't see if a sea cow is talkative. Actually, matter of fact, we do see sea cows in SpongeBob, and they are dumb as normal cows. Here, Flounder talks. Sebastian talks. They both have intelligence. So, yeah. He just made this whole entire thing horrifying. Despite Melody wanting Samuel to have it, he shook his head and let her have it. Then Samuel proceeded to push it with his nose. Well, since this is Disney. This is the night, and the heavens are light, and they call it Bella Notte. Her parents and grandfather exchanged pleased expressions. Just as dinner was over, Ariel asked Samuel to, maybe you and Melody would help us clean up? Why doesn't you take Melody out for a swim around the reef? Huh? Samuel nearly winced. Mom! Melody nearly snapped. The both of them winked and were blushing madly, but Ariel and Eric insisted to go. Pretty much ushered the kids out, and Eric saw him a wink. Have fun, you two? Question mark. But Dad, Melody tried to protest, but it was too late. The kids decided to make the best of it, so Samuel decided, Tag, you're it. He swam off. Hey! Melody snapped and playfully began to chase him. Flounder and Sebastian followed closely behind. Come on! Hey, those feet of yours! Flounder swam around as fast as he could. I really need to exercise more. Melody and Samuel sure played a lot, and they had a lot of fun, too. They even took some time to rest, as the glow slums before... The what slums? In the corral. Samuel was having the most wonderful time of his life, but he soon put his mind straight and remembered what he was supposed to be doing. But he didn't feel like he wanted to obey his master's orders anymore. My heart's all torn up, but what choice do I have? He thought. If I don't want to do what the Count wants, he'll kill me, and if I do, my chances of getting laid are going to get slimmer and slimmer. Are you okay? Melody asked. Samuel didn't answer, and in fact shivered. Samuel, is there something you're not telling me? Well, we're at the bottom of the ocean, far away from the sun, so I have this feeling we're getting cold. Melody, Samuel said, I think maybe I should leave. Why? You're fitting so well here. Samuel couldn't explain, decided to head for the exit. Unfortunately, he'll only watch people from the outside, not inside. So he could just leave and not be able to get back in. So we got no guards watching this, nobody keeping an eye on anybody trying to escape. This is the worst run vault ever. An undersea vault. He wonders if we should talk to Miss Data. Sebastian wondered what had Samuel so riled up. Let's follow them, Flanders suggested. Right, agreed Sebastian, and they followed the kids to the exit. Samuel lifted the stone out of the way, and Melody followed close behind. Sebastian and Flanders stayed outside and went through, but nobody put the boulder, which meant the force field was still down. Wait, was the boulder the only thing that kept the force field up? This is the worst run defense ever! Well, right next to Starfleet. Samuel, wait! Cried Melody, being a mermaid and a better swimmer, she called him. What's going on with you? Samuel was shaking worse than ever. Look, I done something really, really bad. I don't think I can begin to tell you what it is. You can. No, I can't. Samuel, I trust you, remember? Samuel didn't look or seem any better. And this means it's time for a song cue. But as I've said before, I am taking a break from singing so I can focus singing while I'm doing the Beauty and the Beast story. So instead, me and Trixie would like to tell you a story. Yes, down at an English fair, one evening I was there when I heard a showman shouting underneath the flyer. I have a lovely bunch of coconuts. There they are, standing in a row. Big ones, small ones, some as big as your head. Give them a twist and a flick of the wrist. That's what the showman said. I have a lovely bunch of coconuts. Every ball you're going to throw will make me rich. There stands my wife, the idol of my life, singing roll up a ball or a penny a pence. Roll up a ball, 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 a penny a pence. I have a lovely bunch of coconuts. They're lovely. There they are, standing in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4. Big ones, small ones, some as big as your head and bigger. Give them a flick of the wrist. That's what the showman said. I have a lovely bunch of coconuts. Every ball you throw will make me rich. There stands me wife, the idol of me life, singing throwing a ball or a penny a pinch. All together now. Roll a ball, throw a penny a pinch. They were holding hands, gazing at each other. Well, Samuel was gazing at something else, if you know what I mean. This time neither of them wanted to look away. Ever so slowly their faces moved towards each other. They were getting closer, their eyes closing, their blood piercing. They moved closer, closer. Oh god, this is getting hot. Sebastian and Flounder couldn't believe this was happening, and they were both excited. Go on, Sebastian cried softly. Their lips were just about to touch when... Hello, Samuel. Remember me? Block! Samuel then growled, You cock-blecking asshole! Melody and Samuel turned and guessed what they saw him. Melody could easily tell that this was Count Aquas. Let's go! Cried Melody as he swam for it. Then the two generals popped up. Ta-da! They both said. Samuel, go get help! Cried Melody. Stay where you are, boy. It's not quite... Wait, boy? Oh, I'm sorry. I've been meaning to use... I should have been using my southern farmlander accent. Let me fix that. Won him over as many as always as a poor girl. You multiple points as male, boy. He sniggered. I'm searching for some dad. Melody struggled to get out, but was still good. The Aquas raised his hand. A long stream of strange seaweed busted from his head and struck Melody's neck, knocking her out. I think she would be suffering a lot more than just a mere knockout. Take her away, but don't harm her. I'll send a sea slayer to pick up the rest. Gerald's nodded and carried the sleeping mermaid off. As for you, the cow said to Samuel, you have done well. Samuel felt ashamed of himself, but easily Sebastian and Flounder were more ashamed. I knew that kid was nothing but bad news, Sebastian growled. Come on, we got to warn the others of the attack. And they swam back in. But the stone was still left wide open, and the force field steered down. This is what happens when you forget your punctuation marks.